Yes, give me 1 second and I'll be right with you, honey. I'm just trying to figure out. Huh. Well, never mind then. It was more easier than I thought to open this box. This is a part of a case that I'm working on right now. This box was apparently unopenable or something. I don't know, the police said something about them trying and they couldn't do it. And it's really weird that all it took was a simple hairpin. Uh, well, of course it's one of yours. What, you think I wear one? Well, you have many of these. It's one of those bobby pins that are like 50 cents for a bag. It's okay that I broke one, and if it's not, I'll like buy you a whole new one or something. Now, what? Did you need something? Tell me something? Okay. Why do you look so nervous? You look anxious, even scared, terrified even. Well, it sure seems like it is something serious if you're, you know, acting like this. Is something wrong? Did something happen while I was gone? Oh, okay. A little gift for me? Well, it's not my birthday, it's not Valentine's Day, it's not our anniversary or anything. So, okay. Now I don't know why this is. Okay, okay, I'm shutting up. Just open it. What is this? Uh, is is this what I think it is? Is this a positive? Holy shit. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. That was probably the worst reaction to this news as possible. I was just shocked. No, 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 no. I'm not mad or upset. Like I said, I am a little uh, surprised. We've been usually pretty careful about this kind of stuff. I also didn't think that you were ready for children or anything like that. Well, no, I am happy. I love kids. I mean, I may be like severely awkward at times, but yeah, I like kids. They're really easy to entertain, honestly. Once you kind of get down the science of their brain, pretty easy to entertain any kid, really. Well, I know that this will be different because we are the parents, but I'm still looking forward to it. It's not a terrible idea to have a little you or me running around this penthouse. Nothing bad at all. I'm sorry. I know this is probably not the reaction you were hoping for, but I just was a little surprised. That was the last thing I expected. But I am happy. I'm really happy. Uh, come here. I'm sorry. I should have probably hugged you first before anything like that. I promise. I'll do pinky promise even. I'm happy. I know this is probably the most excited you've ever seen me. No, I can get excited. It's just, you know, my whole life mostly has been solving cases that the police can't and remaining unidentifiable, anonymous to the whole world as L. So it's a little surreal that, me out of anyone not only met someone like you and ended up being in a relationship where you're my girlfriend and I wasn't expecting that. I'm sorry. I'm rambling, I think. I I'm thrilled though. Yeah, having a family it's a pretty big deal. I um I promise I'm happy. And in fact, we should start looking for baby stuff. Getting it out of the way is like the quickest thing usually. And we can tell your parents tomorrow if you want. I'm sure they wouldn't mind a visit. They're always wondering what the hell I do for a living, though. Eventually, I guess I might have to tell them, but for the sake of their safety, it's probably best that I don't. Honestly, they probably think that I've been lying about my life to you, and I really kind of hate that thought. But for the sake of their safety, I don't want to tell them. I didn't even want to tell you, but you would not leave it alone. And if we were going to move in together, you'd find out eventually. So telling you who I am and what I am or whatever is was the only thing to do. Now that we're going to have a kid though, this kind of changes a little about what I do for a living. Being L is, you know, fun, quote unquote, you could say, but I don't want to risk anything. I was already risking your safety, but our baby's safety? I I don't think I can do both. Well, I'm not saying that I would have to, quit helping the police. I can still continue to help. It's just going to be a little more low key than it was. It has to be. Like, for example, I probably wouldn't do any public speeches anymore. It doesn't matter how distorted my voice is. A real smart criminal can, you know, undistort it and hear my actual voice. And the fact that no one's done that yet is a blessing. I need to start thinking about the future, our future, if what I'm doing is actually right. I might have to be more low key. I'm gonna have to go even further undercover. Undercover, as in hiding myself further from the public. I just, I don't want to risk anything happening to, our new family. Again, I already worry enough about you, and there's no way I'm risking our baby's safety or anything either. That's not gonna happen. I, like I said, it's all right. I don't have to do police work, but it's just what I'm good at. But in the end, if I can't do it anymore, then that's fine. I'll do something else. I mean, I technically have the criteria to be a professor somewhere if I really so desired it. God, that would be so boring, though. Well, as much as I like, thinking and problem solving, I would rather not do that for a bunch of college students. That would just be so boring. Because teaching, criteria is different than working on a case. On a case, I have free will to do however what I please to get the answer. And when it comes to being a professor, you kind of got to follow a certain rule. You can't be too crazy, you can't be too laid back. Well, depending on what your college is, I guess. There's always a criteria, though. So I'd rather not do that. It would just be boring and unfulfilling for me. Uh, no, I do not feel comfortable with you working when you're pregnant, especially people already know. Well, some people have gotten the idea that you are my girlfriend. Now, granted, they don't know what I look like, but they know what you look like. Some people. Stupid paparazzi. I should have sued those people for taking pictures of you outside of our penthouse. It is a good thing they didn't see me, but having you photo having your photo in the world is already bad enough. I didn't want anyone to know what you looked like. I cannot believe that someone managed to figure that out. I should have that person arrested. For what for, I don't know, but I will figure it out. I need to get serious about safety, for not just me, but ours and the baby. If I'm going to be a father, I need to be a little more serious. even more than I already am. Well, I am serious. What are you talking about? Okay, when I am not working or whatever, that's entirely different. Believe it or not, I can have laid back time. I'm not always nose deep in a case for your information. In fact, you should know that. You've seen me literally sit down on the computer and have a whole day gaming session. That was the worst mistake of my life. I will never do that to myself ever again, though. I have never felt like more of a need of a shower until that day. Well, I mean, it's not my fault that I had stupid teammates. Anyway, moving on. I I'm gonna go out alone. I'm gonna go get baby supplies and you stay here. I'm not risking any paparazzi seeing you again. No one knows what I look like. But if they were to see us together, they'd surely know. I know, I hate that I can't go anywhere with you and vice versa. But I cannot be risk my identity being seen. It would just be bad for both of us. All three of us. Now. Yeah. I love you too, honey. I'll be back. No, you can sit down and relax. I'll make dinner when I get back. Something easy, of course, so don't expect anything fancy. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye. I'll see you when I get back, honey.